Hi, Sensei.
Hello.
I'm Mamta Joshi, a student empowerment coach, and I have a question.
Sure.
Yes, we know that value-based life really brings joy and fulfillment to us,
Mm.
and values are really very important to everyone.
Mm.
However, what is that one value that each one of us should have? Or if I say, if it is a mother of all the values,
Mhm.
okay, if any person possesses it, all the values start following after that. So, what is that one value
Wow.
each one should possess?
Well, this is the first time somebody asked me this type of question. However, let me make it very simple so that you can understand, and those who are watching me on YouTube and those who are listening to me on podcast, they can also understand. So let me simplify it. Let's take two pieces of paper, okay? The first one is a normal paper, and I crush it and I throw it on the ground. Nobody's going to pick it up. At the same time, if I got $100 bill and if I crush it and if I throw it on the ground and if I stamp on that $100 bill, still there would be someone to pick it up because it has got its own value. Do you agree to that, Mamta?
Very much, very much.
Because money has got its own value and people do respect money. Similarly, there are a lot of qualities and a lot of values in people, but there is one value or one quality or one trait that every leader should be having. Now, when I say leader, a leader by definition is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. But for me, every individual is a leader. Everyone is born leader. Now, what do you mean by born leader? You might ask me, well, people are not born as leaders. That's true. Everyone are born as babies and then they become leaders, they become doctors and so forth. But we have the potential to become a leader. Right now, do you agree, Mamta, that we are in middle of the war between Ukraine and Russia? Am I right? Now,
Yes.
if you take the president of Ukraine, was he a leader? The answer is absolutely no. He was not a leader. He was just an artist, a TV actor. He was a comedian. And then he became a leader. Now he's one of the most, known person today's world right now. He's very well known. Why? Because he's showing his leadership quality. Everybody has got that. Everybody has got that sort of quality. We call it situational leadership. Now, if there was no war, we would never know about him. He would never come and say that I'm ready to die for my country. Am I right? So he has
Yes.
shown his leadership based on the situation. So we all have that. So one of the biggest qualities that I believe, and I strongly believe, is influence, the quality to influence people. Now, he used the same thing. I'm taking his example because we are going right through that war. So let me take his example because his name and his face is coming in my mind when I'm speaking to you right now. He used influence. How did he use influence? He used social media. And he used social media. Therefore, he was able to get the attention of people all over the world. Whereas if you take Russia, Russia was using their own TV channel and they had limitation and the TV channel were blocked in many other countries. So Putin was not able to reach everywhere, whereas the president of Ukraine, he was able to influence the people around the world. Very important influence. Now, who is an influencer? Let's take a family. You will find a father, a mother, maybe kids. Is it necessary the father has to be an influencer? The answer is no. In some cases, the father is an influencer. In some cases, the mother is an influencer. In some cases, it could be the child who is an influencer. I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to go to a restaurant which is A, and your wife wants to go to a restaurant which is B, and now the child starts crying, Papa, Mama, I don't want to go to A and B. I want to go to C because I can play there. Now, who's the influencer? Mamta, tell me.
See,
Absolutely. So
as the
therefore,
child is.
exactly correct. So what do we understand here? It is not the age. It is not the gender. It is not the age, it is not the gender, it is not whether how old you are, how young you are, your studies or nothing. If you are able to influence someone, that is the biggest quality as a leader, as an influencer, or as a human being you should be having. If you are an influencer, if you can influence others with your words, if you can influence others with your look, if you can influence others with your emotions and actions, then you are automatically a leader. Because what is leadership? Leadership is influence, nothing more or nothing less. That is the definition given by John C. Maxwell. For me, I would say that influence is a superpower. Let me repeat that once again. It is one of my quotes, so I'm just bringing it from my thoughts. Influence is a superpower which overpowers any other power. Once again, let me repeat that. Influence is a superpower that overpowers every other power. Now, what does that mean? Let's say there is a person who is really, really rich, okay, very, really rich. And is it important that if you're rich, you will get everything? The answer is absolutely no. You are rich, you might get people who are interested in money to follow you, but there could be one person who is poor, who does not have the money, who does not have the luxury of a rich person, but with his influence, he can bring more crowd under him. Do you agree to that?
Sure, yes.
Okay, so you need to understand that money is powerful, but influence is much more powerful than money. That is one of the strongest trait, the strongest quality, and the strongest value you as a leader, you must possess so that you can work together along with your team. You can grow your team, you can build your team, and you can create a next level leaders for the coming generation. I believe I was able to answer your question.
Yes, Sensei, very much. So what I have understood, please, I'll just put it forward. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
Like influences making others believe that there is goodness in what he's saying.
Absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely. Because just imagine that if you want to lead one person, you should be able to influence one person. If you want to lead 100 people, you must be able to influence those 100 people. And if you want to lead millions of people, you have to influence millions of people. Now, is it possible to influence millions of people? The answer is absolutely yes. You should be using the media that can reach those millions of people, or you should be creating leaders who can go and further influence their downlines. So influence is all about it. It is something that you pass on through. You cascade that either through your leadership or through some sort of media that can reach everyone. So it's all about influence, influence, influence. Nothing more, nothing less.